Hey folks, everything new under the sun. I'm putting together a video on the Euphrates River and how it is related to Bible prophecy, and we know the kings of the east crossed the Euphrates River. But there's some interesting history there and details about that. And of course, the Euphrates River is linked and connected to the Garden of Eden as well. So there's, again, interesting kind of sidelines there and tangents that one can go on when looking at the Euphrates River, what effect it has had in history, what piece to play it has had in history. So interesting stuff. This is a Zero Hedge article, and it's about eggs. Now, this story's been around for months and months and months. The pandemic caused a lot of it, bird flu, supply chain issues, and such. And it is only getting worse and worse. And so finally, I'm making a video about it, and I haven't bothered to before. But I think it raises an interesting point. That you probably need to have some chickens in your backyard. Not only that, you may need to be able to protect them and protect your eggs as well, because when stuff does get bad, people may be prowling around looking to take chickens in the middle of the night. You know what? People do crazy things when they are hungry. Shortage fears spike as some Costco and Walmart stores run out of eggs. Most Americans have watched food expenses at the grocery store balloon in recent years. The one item that likely shocked customers the most is the skyrocketing price of eggs. Now, eggs has really been a staple, and avian flu has taken a massive chunk of this. And this is one of these things that you wouldn't think. Did you ever believe you'd live in a world where you wouldn't be able to get eggs at your grocery store? Of all the things, probably eggs, milk, and bread. And when those things start running out, those are the key ones. Who cares about chocolate bars, chips, frozen pizzas? No one really is worried about those things. When the grocery stores start having empty shelves of eggs and milk and cheese, dairy products, these sorts of things, look for the people to start opening their eyes, to start waking up, and even some to start panicking. Never in our lives has this country run out of egg inflation, it says, thanks to the irresponsible money printing of and the hashtag Democrats and POTUS and Federal Reserve. And that's a picture of a carton of eggs for $10.99. That's incredible. Here's another one. Costco is now completely sold out of eggs. 2020 was toilet paper. 2023 is going to be a run on eggs. Now, isn't that an interesting comparison? Do you remember the toilet paper crisis? And well before that, I was telling people get stocked up on toilet paper, because that's what people are going to rush to when you can't get out to the store every day because some pandemic is on the loose. Then one thing that you need is toilet paper, and everybody should have a backup supply of that, an emergency supply. Not only that, but you should have some way to get fresh water or purify water, and you need some method to get food, protein. Eggs, having chickens in your backyard is a great way to do it. You only need 2 or 3 chickens, and you can keep your family fed. And if you have more than 2 or 3, you can keep the next family fed as well. They produce well for pretty much 2 years straight, and then they start to the egg production starts to decrease after that. But then you can incubate your own eggs, and I've done lots of incubating videos on this channel. Mainly back when I was doing a lot more homesteading things. But I've definitely done that. I have an incubator myself. I think it's a 30 egg incubator. So I can ramp up my production as needed. Now, obviously it takes about 6 months for them to become egg-laying age birds. But I have the ability. So should stuff get real bad, I can incubate the eggs over a 21-day period, sell the chicks, or trade them for food, whatever may be. And that will prevent people from taking my birds. That will give them an opportunity to get start their own flock, and that will make some side income as well. So think about an egg incubator. But 2023, going to be a run on eggs, and I think it will be a run on a lot of things, not just eggs, but again, talk about I'm sure there's going to be some sort of mad cow start going through. The cow population, the herds, whatever it may be. Part of the avian flu reduced number production. And so this video is of a guy saying, we're out of eggs at a particular Costco. This was on TikTok. 2 weeks, still no eggs at Costco, Southern California. No eggs. Another one, Costco. Even Costco is out of eggs, he proclaims. Here's one from Tugs on Twitter. Not only is an 18-pack of eggs $8, there's now these signs all over the place. Costco can't even keep their eggs in stock past 8:30 due to supply constraints. Limit of 4 per customer on any eggs, it says. Here's another one. I don't really want to panic, but Costco is out of eggs and egg whites now too. And that's the thing. As food items disappear, you say, well, okay, eggs are gone, but not a big deal. I'll just switch over to the next thing, for baking mayonnaise or whatever you want to substitute or whatever the next protein is for eggs. But you know what? That's what every single other person is doing too. They're saying, well, there's no eggs. I'm going to switch over to the next closest thing. All of a sudden, you have a decrease in supply of a whole range of items and not just eggs, as people look for alternatives, something else to spend their money on, etc. So this is a problem. Not just that the egg production is low, but that they're actually running out of eggs is significant. Costco, no eggs. Pallet is empty there. Costco, Walmart were both out yesterday, and when they have them, there's a limit now. Anyways, it goes on and on, Twitter after Twitter. Where did all the eggs go? Empty shelves. And of course, here is a picture of the skyrocketing egg shortage across the U.S. and some of those locations where it's the worst there. So again, I go back to this idea that you need to be prepared, and that means producing our own protein. And chickens are one of the easiest ways to do it. They hunt and peck for their own food. They'll eat grass, they'll eat bugs, whatever, all around your house. So they pretty much can supply their own food, at least during the summer. Up in Canada, we need to feed them in the winter, of course. They will decrease in egg production over the winter as the days get shorter. They will go into, not hibernation, but they will slow down in their egg production. And so you need to be aware of that. If you want to keep them producing eggs, then you got to put a light on them for, I think it's 12 or 16 hours, and that will increase their egg production during the winter as well if you're low on eggs and you need to get the production up. But so not only, so the eggs are good. You can trade them, you can eat them, you can bake with them, you can do all sorts of things. You can sell them. When times are tough, you can trade them for sugar or fruit or whatever the neighbor might have in hard times. But not only that, when the egg production has decreased in the hen, you can slaughter the hen and you can have roast chicken or whatever you want with that. Same with the cockerels. If you're incubating them and don't. A lot of times these industrial poultry companies will kill off all the males, all the cockerels. When you're incubating them, don't kill them. Grow them up, let them grow up alongside the hens, and when they're full size, you can clean them and put them in your freezer. And we actually have birds still from 2 years ago now in our freezer, Chanticleers actually. And they're not huge, but they make a family meal, and that's all you need. And they keep well in the freezer if you're able to keep a freezer going. But it's a great source of meat, and they basically preserve themselves if you don't have refrigeration or a freezer. If it's a grid down situation, well, the cockerels keep that meat nice and fresh for you until you're ready for them, until you're ready to slaughter them for that meat. So you don't need refrigeration at that point. It's something you don't think about, but it's true. You just keep feeding them until you're ready to eat them, basically. So great source of chicken and, of course, eggs that people eat every day, and it really is a staple. So just, a kind of a short video. I guess we're at 9 minutes now, so it's not really short anymore, but just important to say, you need to be prepared. And one of the easy things to do is get some chickens, get a little incubator. Might cost you a little bit of money to get a little incubator, but you know what? Every 21 days, you can get a new set of chicks out of that incubator, and that is a great small business when stuff goes south, when there's a grid down situation for an extended period of time, when there are significant food shortages. You would literally be the hub of food production in your local area if that was the case. And you can ramp that up as well should the need arise. So I'll leave there, guys. Lots of options with chickens and eggs, and do it now before the government starts preventing people from owning chickens for fear of avian flu or whatever it may be, and putting restrictions on it. Thanks for watching. I'll leave it there. We'll see you in the next video.